Oh my god, hello! Hello, Bug and Moss and everybody. How is Portal 2? It is art time, hell yes! I think I've gotten farther than I have. Not like it's spoilers, but man, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. What? Oh, is that Suds? Is that Peak? It's Peak. Or is that? Sorry, words. Man, fuck. Okay, so we're making some art today. Let's see if we want to go into the actual art screen. We can talk about what we're doing. So the art's going to be all the stuff that's in the center. And I figure I could probably just walk through some of the stuff that we're going to be doing today. Got a mixture of some bits and devices and things like that that all do some different things. And I also figured we could use a little bit of the art that we've been making earlier, just to see if that gives us some stuff that looks neat. So yeah, I'm actually going to see if I could also record this as well. I've been trying to figure out, like, hey, I make the thing, what can I do with it from there? But it's also just nice to make neat things, you know? But you would hate to see all of the wires and things. There's that center. That center. Yeah, it's center. Okay, cool. But yeah, actually, let me get my little... Might be easier if I have my camcorder on. One sec. Turn the camcorder on. Where are we? On button. And let me make that live. No, we're not seeing that yet. Possible to record. That is fine. There we go. Yeah, that's coming through. All right, cool. Actually, we can get some feedback if we point it at the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Back a little bit. Yeah, let's do that the whole screen. Yay. But so this is a camcorder that we're looking through, and we've got a bunch of stuff on the table. So I figured we could walk through it all for a second. So what we've got, we have one video mixer here. We have another one here. And to both of these mixers, a bunch of stuff is going into them. Now, they're also going into each other, so we can get some feedback out of it. This one is also what's going to our output as well. So, I guess what are we going to do? So we've got a lot we can work with. Maybe we'll start with what the things look like, because right now all we're seeing is just the things itself. Oh, this is also a MIDI and sort of sample sequencer, but you can also use it to sequence the visuals as well, which I think is neat personally. Where are we? One sec. I think I forgot to hit the record button. Let's record that. All right, we'll see what that turns into. Cool. So, what's playing? Who is this? Oh, it's Pokemon. Let's go back to RuneScape. There we go. Cool. Where are we? We are here. Okay. So now I wouldn't just kind of use this by itself, just pointing at whatever. Although you could use it for like pointing it at video or like physical media and stuff like that. I don't know. One thing I've been trying to figure out for a while is how I can take something that's static, like a photograph, like a collage, and then combine that. Oh, no worries. Oh, you're in an ad. Oh, no. I'm going to put that here. No worries. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so we were going to walk through what these different bits and pieces all do. So, right now we're looking through the camcorder that's going into this video mixer. We're going to actually swap in one of the devices, the Hypno. This is like a a shader-based video synthesizer. You could also drop images into it as well. I need to reload this. This is annoying. This one's a little complicated because it's like a... Oh, I might have just sequenced it accidentally. I have no idea what's going on. Unless it's going really slow, which is a possibility. What about this one? Alright, you know what? We'll take it. Starting simple. I want to get to... images. Where are we? It's being really slow. We might come back to this because it's not usually this slow. But it might have also been the media I put on it too. So we'll come back to that. But we also have... What do we have? Set this one. Let's see. Actually, so you can also see what I'm doing. Make sure that's... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Looking at this main bow, this is a video synthesizer. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we're getting something. So this also is patchable, so we're going to patch it into some things. We're going to run that into here, start processing some stuff. Here we go, we're getting some stuff out of it. Let's see. We're going to add some signal generators to it. Let's add something to the alpha channel. Seeing that? We're not really seeing that. Let me move that back a little bit. There we go, that's better. Let's see if I can find a thing. You know what? I have an idea. I'm going to plug the camera into it. And that's actually going to go... Doing it live. Going to the out over here. There we go. That's better. Well, relatively better. Okay, so we are looking at me. We are doing some things with this synthesizer here. Let's see. So there is a bunch that we can do to it. Right now what we're doing, we are running it. We are blurring it a little bit. We should be. Maybe not. But we are also using a signal generator to do some stuff. We're also colorizing it a little bit. We're also using the signal generator into the alpha to kind of cut the original video in and out. Yeah, let's see what else we can do. Usually, the way I go about this is I'll just throw a bunch of stuff in to see what looks good. Alright, so let's make both of these X and Y. Now, a cool thing about this particular video synthesizer is that you have pretty good control over the X and Y, or like the direction they're going, the speed that they're going. And you get some neat ways to play with the video. Another neat thing is that with the different outputs of it, you can... so you've got control over the color, the brightness, the saturation, and sort of the keying of it. You can run the signal generators into all of these things. Mess with them in different ways. Let's run this. Let's get something moving a little bit. Let's make this one of these. Does that want to move at all? There we go. Now it's moving. All right, let's make this a little more stable. Let's make it scroll, maybe. And it doesn't really give you too fine control over how fast it's going. You kind of have to finagle it a little bit. Oh, you're not even seeing it. What happened? No, what happened? Oh, that's what happened. It went away. I clicked on the thing that took the signal away. Okay, well, pretend that I was saying all that about this thing that you're seeing right now. There it go. Yay. All right, so what are we looking at? All right, so we have a thing. We have our video signal here that's going into this video device. Now, what is it doing? It's doing a lot of things. We're using the video signal to control the amount of keying. We are also using some signal generators to control the brightness. We're going to run that into hue, actually. Oh, there we go. And let's see if we can't take the output of one of these, run it back into itself, or even something else entirely. And let's use this as another thing. You can get pretty dirty with it. We are right here. All right. Saturation, maybe. Just turn everything up on here. Okay. And not doing what I thought it would, but that's okay. Now we're scrolling. Let's plug this into something else. It's a little more noticeable. Let's see if we run this into the alpha, let's see what that does. Well, I think it looks neat. And this actually has nothing to do with what we did before, but that's okay. All right, so, but that is the main bow. So again, it's sort of a, man, you can't really see this too well. Oh well. Taking video signals, processing the output, the signal in different ways, also using signal generators to do some neat stuff to it. Working our way around. I'm actually gonna take this out of here. Plug this back into here. So we're going to take this out from here. Another thing we have, this is turned on, right? Oh, it is. Okay. Looking at it now. There we go. Okay. So what we're looking at here, this is by Homegrown Electronics. This is a mix of the cheap, hacky audio-visual synthesizer by Jonas Bears, and also a sort of hacky video feedback device. So if you take, there's like actually something like one of these. So this is a VGA to analog converter. So you take that, you plug it into the opposite of it, so a analog to VGA converter, then you get some feedback out of it. So just to see what this looks like, so one neat thing we can do is we can colorize it. So we're just adjusting the levels of the red, green, and blue. You can also do this if you take a VGA cable and you break it out onto a breadboard, and maybe you have like the output from a, I don't know, like a camcorder, or, oh wow, the music's pretty loud. Maybe the output from like a camcorder or DVD player or something. And if you put potentiometers over the red, green, and blue, then that lets you control the red, green, and blue. Now, one neat thing this lets you do is you can also turn the feedback loop on. So if we do this, now it is feeding back into itself. And that's just all the feedback within the device. So it's the VGA is getting the levels are getting controlled. Then you're feeding it back into itself through the analog input, and it's just feeding in and out and in and out and in and out. And that's neat. And you can kind of cut in the original video. The other neat thing is you still have access to the original converters, so you can change like the size. Let's actually, yeah, it's a really neat, like, really easy. Can you blend the feedback? So with with the way this is set up, you could. It's not set up for that by default, but actually, I'll show you. So it's a switch. Let me make sure that's showing up. So it's a switch that's basically feedback on, feedback off. But you could replace that with a potentiometer. Actually, Mason, you might be interested. I'll send you the. If you look up Jonas Bears, JONAS BERS, his website has all the stuff on the chav, and then I think it's Lo-Fi Future that has the stuff on the the VGA to AV feedback loop. Actually, I'll put those in chat real quick. But let me put some neat visuals on while I'm doing this. Oh, no, I am more than happy to rearrange everything. It is constantly moving around. But there's a second cool piece to this. So the other neat thing, and this is what makes it closer to the chav, is that we can also turn on oscillators. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. There we go. It's the other way. So now we have some oscillators going into our video. Now, these are from a 40106, so they are not the best oscillators. They do their best, but they're not exactly stable. As you can tell, it's breaking the video a little bit, and that's fine. But we can mix that in and out. We can make it stronger. We can change the frequency of it. Yeah, absolutely. Sync coming in. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, and this is what I like. I've been able to DIY this before, but the challenge I've had is being able to keep it from breaking all the time, and that's also part of the fun of it. What I've also noticed is that green tends to dominate the color quite a bit. Oh, there we go. We're going to bring the green back a little bit. But I skipped ahead a little bit. We can also bring in the feedback with it, so we end up making more geometric feedback patterns. Let's see if we can make something look cool. Let's do red and blue. We're going to do them like halvesies, but then we're going to be able to bring in the original oscillators, and then the feedback is going to kind of float around it. Try this. If we bring that up quite a bit. This fucking Animal Crossing music. Hell yeah, yeah. So you've got like the video oscillators having hopefully stable patterns, and then the feedback kind of working around it, or you have the original video, or you can also have it without any video signal going in, and it also looks neat too. Yeah, so the chav was what I had actually used for snips. Yeah, so it wasn't this specific device, but what I had used was a hacky version of it. So what you do, actually, I'm in red, green, blue jail. So you take a VGA tester, or anything with a VGA output and VGA sync, then you are taking the sync output from it, to drive, to sync to 40106 oscillators, then you're running the oscillators into the red, green, blue output. So, yeah, that I mean, you found the docs already. That might be something to dig into. I have some extra PCBs because I had to buy them in a pack of 10, so maybe be able to mail you one. But yeah, so that's this guy. Super fun. We had talked about this one. That's kind of a mess. This one I was having a little bit of trouble with. So you can put video files and things into it. It's called the Hypno by Sleepy Circuits. I think I also put maybe some files that are a little too big in it. But we'll try it again, see if we can get something that looks neat. So we're gonna flip over to that. It can also take video input. And if you take any sort of adapter, Hypnospace Outlaw vibes, absolutely. Let's see. What I'm trying to do, so I don't want that. Maybe in the wrong folder. You know what? Okay, that's fine. So I put a bunch of old art on it. So it's got some of the collage stuff. It's got some of the oh yeah, I got a couple video mixers. Let me right here. So I've got a Roland V4 right here. Well, V4EX actually, and then I have another one, the Roland V4. There's also like a V8 that's between the V4 and the V8. I guess they realized, you probably don't need all that. I also, they're not as, I don't want to say popular, as far, I guess for like video art, there's a lot more digital tools for doing this kind of stuff. If you're working with like shaders, you could even use OBS for this if you have a bunch of video inputs. But the analog stuff is nice too. But so we are working on. It's not powerful enough. Oh no! So, well, I'm still gonna read your thing. So in your elementary school, actually, you got to be on the AV team, and we filmed town meetings and used the mixer like that, and always wanted one. Wasn't nearly as cool as what you're using though. Well, I'll put this in chat. What kind of mixer? A video mixer was it? Because depending on the kind of mixer, it's okay if it gets you any cash. Yeah. I mean, you all know it is what it is. But yeah, so let me see if, while we're waiting for y'all to come back to life, or for Twitch to stop being terrible. So we got this one here. So there's a few things we can do with it. We can like adjust the color of it. We can run oscillators into it, which makes it dance a little bit. Oh, no idea. Too little. Gotcha. Well, there's a lot. Always happy to nerd out about this kind of stuff. I could think of what it might have been, especially if it was like the 90s and what was maybe out there. I mean, they're all, at least the ones that I have, are generally a little easier to navigate, because there are some where it's like button combinations and just kind of a pain in the butt to use. But so that's, let me flip it back into here. The Hypno, not super interesting right now, but I think because I threw some pretty big images into it, uber basic, ancient by the time I was there. Gotcha. we're going to flip it actually into the other video mixer that I have. So we're going to click on this camera. Sure. Where are we? Right here. Okay. So also, both of these have all the cheesy like video transitions. It's great. I've always wanted to do like a live show, but still using like video mixers to capture stuff and using like the cheesy like transitions between stuff. I think that'd be neat. But then it's also getting all the cameras and doing all the coordination and stuff. I don't know, something like Between Two Ferns or just like the public access television I think would be really fun. But so what we're looking at, this is from the other video mixer, the other V4. So what I have here is the same signal. So I have a little media player that is in the corner. And oh, it'd be so cool to have Alex live mix glitch video for something. Yeah, that'd be neat. Well, I am totally down. So one cool thing about these mixers is that you can set different sort of like video settings. With like certain saturation and hue and stuff, and then the other one's slightly different. So you can then sort of go back and forth if you're keying it or depending on how you're blending it. And that looks neat. The other neat thing we haven't even touched on is that there are video effects. Or nor, exactly. Now, and actually, just to show you the nonsense that I'm dealing with, my other monitor is still upstairs, so I have one CRT for monitoring this one, and then this one, if we get to any feedback, maybe we'll do that next week. So, actually, you know what, we're gonna... Nah, no, you don't need to see me. Put that back here. So we're syncing it. I want to put some effects on it. So right now I'm mirroring one side. I'm gonna posterize this one. We're gonna mirror that one as well. We're gonna go with a different keying setting. Let's make it not the exact same, Alex. But yeah, another neat thing you can do with this is you can run the output back into it. So I think that... Which one is the internal? Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks kind of jank, but let's see if we can get something that looks neat. Let's see, what output... We're doing it live. Okay, I think I know where that's maybe from. Let's find out. Yep, so that's from there. That's not actually from here. That's going into there. Okay, so we need that. That's the output from there. So just for fun, let's see what this looks like. Where are we? We are... I think this is Pokemon. Okay, so I need to grab this cable. This is going to go into here. This is going to go into here. And now we're just plugging the output into the input. Let's do this, do this. Flashing lights warning, by the way. We're going to turn that off. There we go. There we go. That's less painful. Still kind of painful. There we go. But yeah, so if you take the output from a video mixer and plug it back into itself, it does this. So we could then put some effects on it. So there's a strobe effect, which makes it look neat. We could also run two together, key them against each other, and then it's kind of like animating itself, which is neat. I'm also mirroring it to give it a pattern. We're going to strobe the other one at a different rate, and actually let's key them against each other. And that's just using feedback. It's real sad hours here today. Now, another fun thing to note, that this whole mess down here is coming from this signal, this video mixer, that's also going into this video mixer, so we can put some effects on it. So we're already strobing it. That'd be kind of lame to strobe it again. Let's feedback it, maybe. Make it look even trippier. Ooh, wait, what does it look like unmirrored real quick? Oh, yeah, sure. And let's go back. So we're still showing this. Which one is mirrored? Let's turn off the mirror. So unmirrored, that's what it looks like. But it's still strobing, I think. Yeah, so unstrobed, that's what it looks like. Yeah, and there's a... Yeah, it's just neat. I just think it's neat. But then you can kind of capture, like, what the feedback looks like at that moment in time. And if you key it against itself, you get some neat things. But yeah, I think that the strobing is fun because it's very... I mean, this was from, like, the 90s. It's very, like... I don't know why I think of, like, a Red Hot Chili Peppers, like, music video kind of thing. But we can also use different sort of mixing styles against itself. So this is... We're wiping from one to the other. We haven't even gotten to the MIDI stuff yet, but so let me add something over to here. So I'm on the other mixer. We're going to find a happy medium. Goes this. Let's try white luma key. I think it was here. Let's add some other stuff too. We can mirror it. We could also feed it back into itself, which is fun. You know what? Let's do that. All right, we got one massive feedback loop. So let's grab the V4 over here. Okay, so now we have... It's now feeding back into itself, feeding back into itself, feeding back into itself. There's a million other things we could do with this. Oh no, we fucked it. Oh no. Let's not colorize it. I like the feedback. I want to make sure we can add some MIDI to it. Well, this is a mess. Yeah, I think it's neat too. I appreciate y'all hanging out as well as I do who knows what to what knows whatever. More strobe? More strobe. Nope. No strobe. That's fine. Now if we flip it between different inputs. So we're about... Okay, so we're almost halfway through. Hypnotoad vibes. Absolutely. I guess from here, what could we do? We can... Let me see if we could at least bring a picture from last time into here, just for a little bit of consistency. We have all this going on. How can we bring this in? As I was really tempted to say, how could we implement this within our current solution? Fucking kill me. Fucking kill me. All right. Does the strobe... If we strobe an image, nothing happens. Go figure. I'm sorry, right now I'm a corporate girly. I can't help it. Posterize it. Posterize it. Oh yeah, we'll circle. Fuck me. We'll circle back so we can synergize on the new marketing push that we're going to implement across all of our channels. All right, so we have a thing. We have an image from last time. We can actually, let's see if we can cycle to a different one. And for this, I'm really just using really a silly little HD media player, 2-port HDMI. You can't even see it. What am I doing? What are we doing? This one. Nope, that's not even. Camera feed, V4. That's from there. This. I have no. Oh, wait. Where is. That's going into here. Y'all, I'm at a loss for words. Where are we? I mean, it looks cool as hell. Turn off the mirroring. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Oh, it was the feedback, of course. Another thing of feedback, and I was mirroring myself. Had to do it to him. All right, so what was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh, the the HD media player 2-port HDMI. So I'm just using that to bring in images. Again, I'd said this a little bit before. For a long time, I was trying to think of how I'm taking, like, doing photography. I'm doing some other, like, quote art things. How can I sort of bring it into the larger system of video stuff that I'm working with? So I figured, well, probably the smartest thing would be to get a thing I can play them with. I had tried to use a document camera as a way to, like, let's see. Nope, not that one. Nope. Nope. What are we doing? There we go. That does look neat. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, so taking, like, static things and making them animated. You all can't. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. Cool. And I had tried using a document camera with, like, oh, so I took, like, some Polaroids, and I want to use the document camera and then key them. And, like, that worked and all, but then you're dealing with lighting and stuff. There we go. Now we're cooking with motor oil. We change the color. Okay, so that's fine. But yeah, there's an artist by the name of Catful of Ghost Electronics, who also made the Rat King Pugilist, who has a really good breakdown of this video synth. The fuck is this song? Absolutely surreal landscape vibes. I think this is Final Fantasy VII, if I had to guess. No, this is RuneScape. It's been all RuneScape. What is this? Pokemon. Give me some frickin'... Give me some Chipsol. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's our starting point. Now, when we start bringing in MIDI, that's going to turn on different signals. It's going to activate different channels and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And that's going to be across a couple of different things. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. So yeah, so it's going to be... that's going to be a taste of what we're going to do. What's controlling the MIDI? You have like a little keyboard or something. So it's actually... So I have a thing called a Digitact. So it's made by Electron. Oh, this battery has 3 minutes left. Okay, so you're going to lose me. We'll lose this in 3 minutes, and that's fine. So it is a... It's a sequencer that lets you sequence like samples. You can also sequence MIDI on it as well. It's not like there's like a version 2 and stuff, but I think the version I have is also just as fine. But there are some MIDI tracks that are on it, And I set up a template for being able to trigger different inputs. Let's see. Is that this track? Yep, this track. This. So right now I'm just triggering the tracks manually. You know what? Fuck it. Let's record that. Go back to the keyboard. Can I go to the keyboard? Alright, I need to turn all this off. Oh! Mixer down. There we go. Alright, now we're back. Now, what I want to figure out... Can I remember how to actually record notes? Would be helpful. All right, you know what? That's fine. Sorry, I'm relearning as I go. Let's see. Just do like this. It's so fun relearning technology that you should know how to use. Now, I don't know if that's actually changing any of the inputs just yet. Maybe not. That's okay. Well, we're going to do some other stuff that won't require it actually changing inputs. Where are we? We are right here. Yeah, let's get rid of all this. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I've been trying to find ways to, like, reuse what I have instead of, like, oh, let me just, like, get another one. It does the same thing. All right, let's see if we can control some signals. Okay, that's going crazy. Perfect. I don't know if it looks crazy. Oh, it's the same. It says V4. This is Hypno. I've Luma keying on. Duh. And let's go here. Sure. All right. What are we doing? Let's go output from here. Okay, that's looks a little neater. If I can get it to show. That's here. This is here. Okay, so video's still coming through. I got concerned that all of a sudden if things had stopped, and that was the camera. That's fine. Say goodbye to the camera, everybody. So we're not freezing anything. We turned everything off. Goodbye, camera. Camera says thank you. Yeah, it looks like... Okay, I think what had happened was the device that I have froze. Oh, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna disconnect that real quick. Studio mode so y'all don't see behind the curtain. We're learning. It's okay. We're learning. Deactivate that. Say goodbye, Roland Mixer. Say hello, Roland Mixer. Please say hello. This is why you don't have 3 video mixers. Deactivate that, reactivate it. Let's see. I think the old turning it off and on again. Hello, Roland. It's turning on, it's thinking. I was like, I'm doing all these neat things. Why isn't it showing up? Oh, because the mixer fell. Now, it's just a little one. It's not a big one. Plug that into here. Doing it live. You have the live camera. Down here in the corner. All right, deactivate. OBS. What are you doing? All right, we're going to try it one more time. Otherwise, I might run up and grab my Switch and we'll play, I don't know, Fire Emblem for like 30 minutes. And it looks so cool. I'm so sad. All right, plugging this in. I also don't know if it's like an OBS thing where it's like, oh, you unplugged a thing. You need to totally redo everything. And I didn't bend anything, did I? Okay, so that's in. For once, the music kind of weirdly fits. Is this... I think this might be Psychonauts. Since we can't see him, just imagining you in the center of a rat king of wires and knobs. That's basically it, yeah. Oh, no, this is Final Fantasy X too. Well, this isn't even like a rat's nest. This is like I'm just feverishly hitting a... Oh, thank you, Bug and Moss. Hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Oh, it was the... I think I know what happened. It was the gosh darn HDMI cable. And the USB cable. Deactivate, reactivate. There we go. Okay, well now we're here. There we go. Let's go back into the thing that looked cool. There we go. There we go. That looks neat. All right, so I don't know, we got like 20 minutes. What do we want to do from here? So I was going to try and sequence some stuff. Let's do it. All right, let's... Now, looking at these things, what can these things do? What are these adjusting? Okay, so this is on this mixer. Okay, so that'll be not too bad. I'm going to put the mic down for a sec. All right, let's see if that's doing anything. It also has probability on it, so that might be... Yeah, let's turn the probability up. A million things all the time. Let's mess with it a little bit more. Okay, so it's doing something. Okay, so it's doing something. Now, at this point, I would probably make it a little subtler. So let's do that. Maybe subtle isn't the right word, but like happen less. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't know how I feel about the effects we have here, so I might jump to another bank. What if we flip these? So this is here, this is here. Still doing things? Well, it is at 10% chance. 1% chance of happening. Let's turn that up a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's cooler. Cool. Now, it looks like something is not exactly... is like a little out of... or a little in the frame. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. What are we doing? What am I doing? Let's go into the other mixer. We can also turn this off so that it stops messing things up. We'll let that do its thing for a little bit. Okay, so let's also mess with the original mixer. See what that'll let us do. Okay, that's cool. I like that. All right, we're going to do something with this. Just adding some randomness. All right, so it's doing stuff. I'll take it. Buy that for $1 or $2. Let's bring the other one back in. Going all over the place. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, while we're here, I would like to say I appreciate you all for hanging out with me tonight. As we make what some people might consider to be art. I do think it is going a little more all over the place than what I might like. But I guess that could be cool. If it was like, maybe you had like a more consistent like series of images. But let's see if we can get back to where we were before. Get the strobe on. Other way. Strobe, please. Strobe, please. Thank you. Let's see if we can get this. Let's also unbork the rest of this. That might be helpful. Because if I can see it, that doesn't mean that you all can see it as well. Where are we? Off, 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 off. All right, we are getting back to normal somewhere. Somehow. Over here. No, over here. Okay, now I don't know if... Oh, no, we're keying. That was it. We were keying everything out. Keying everything out. Bring this over a little bit. Nope. Actually, that looks neat. Yeah, fuck it. We'll go back to that. Can I scoot you over, please? There we go. And is it still a little bit out of frame? Nah, it's cool. Okay, so let's put the same image in both sides. Maybe we'll key it. That's not the same image in both sides. Sir. Here we go. We'll let it kind of go back and forth. We'll let it colorize itself. That sounds so mean. Go colorize yourself. Colorize, please. Color? Color. Yay, color. Let's color the other channel as well. And if we can make it go a little slower. One thing that I wish I could do with this is control sort of the envelope of the sort of auto fader. Because right now it's sort of moving the fader back and forth. And there's like kind of like an area of like not too much effect down here in the bottom, not too much over here, but like in the middle it's a lot, but it's kind of just sweeping all the way up and down. So it is what it is. Maybe more of a linear slope is what I'm looking for, personally. I'm just rambling. What am I talking about? So right in the middle, like that, yeah, it's cool. So from here, I'd like to add some motion to it. How are we going to do that? We could key out some of the back. We could bring in something else that's moving. But this is sort of... So this is the full channel from the first video mixer. I want to bring in the other mixer. Oh, wait. Nope. That. There we go. And then what could we do here? So we could put some feedback on one side of it. And sort of key... back and forth, or move back and forth. It's not really keying, it's just transitioning. Let's go to a different bank. We have some keying here. With nothing going on there. Again, that's fine. Keying, please. All right, what effects do we have? I haven't come back to these ones. Put an after image, but it's not moving, so it's not really doing much. That's okay. Let's see. Maybe next time we'll mess with some like camera at CRT feedback. That's always fun. So we got this. We'll use this as a starting point. We'll let it move back and forth. Now, okay, so I want to do something with some feedback. A little bit more in. Let's colorize it a little bit. Or not, that's fine. Okay, now it's fully colorized. It's all blue. Dabu D. Dabu D. This sounds ominous. What is this? Who is this? This is... Oh, this is Inscription. Go figure. Let's find something a little less... Maybe neon white? Let's see what this is. Let's do Going Under. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, well, we have a thing. It's doing a thing. Wonder if we could make it do other thing. So we're like around here-ish. I want to take that. Nope, that's for here. Take this off, this off. Yeah. So we have some motion. We have some motion in the original one with the feedback. We have some motion in the mixer just after. Does that want to move, or is it going too slow? Let's see. Oh, you know, I was not looking at the right monitor. Well, now it's moving. I can see that it's moving. That's neat. And this was most of what I really wanted to do. See if we could make some neat art. Use some of the things we had made last time to make other neat things. I am curious about what the video from this is going to look like. Whether it's going to be... Because when I record, I try and record both the original video, but also like a capture from the video out. Like the video input. So we'll see if that came through. Otherwise, we'll keep doing this. But while we're here, what I would like to see is who else is up and running tonight. Because we still have a few minutes, but as far as like, oh wait, no, sorry, that's me. No, get out of here. Get out of here. Suds, I think you were streaming tonight. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, you're already up and running. All right, perfect. Well, we'll go for another little bit. And sorry, there are too many things up at once. Okay, so we have a thing that's going and doing a thing. I think it looks cool. We're gonna do more of this stuff next time. Let's see if we can make it look really bad. Actually, looks kind of cool. because it's the same image kind of feeding back on itself, going through all the different effects. Well, flashing lights warning, by the way. Now, if we bring in, let's do this here. If we feedback, I think with, like, I get the feeling that with the video synth, or with this particular thing, this is the chav, because the video isn't as, like, it's a little more abstract than some of the other stuff. I mean, it's all pretty abstract, but as far as, like, you know what I mean. There aren't, like, discrete shapes for this. It's a little hard to tell what it's doing. It still looks neat, though. Compared to maybe something like the Hypno, where, I mean, we didn't do much with that this time. I might need to try some smaller images, because it's a Raspberry Pi, it is. I think the images might be a little too big for it to process, and that's okay. And we also have the main bow, which we spent some time with. That was fun to work with. Again, we might do some more with this in the future. At this point, I'm just adjusting knobs and such. This and this. Yeah, sure, that looks neat. Although there is a little bit of, one thing about some of these devices is that they are, you know, from not necessarily hacked together, but they might have like a limited amount of like range of pixels they can broadcast over. So that might be why we're getting the little bit of cutover on the side, because one of the devices might not be covering the pixels all the way over there, which is fine. We work with the tools we're given. Because there's not really any panning with the mixers that I have. It's just kind of throwing everything. Let's take this out of here. It helps when we can see. There we go. Kind of see. If I can fix this before I ship us all out. You know what? It is what it is. Oh, actually we got something. I think. A little hard to see, understandably. Well, you know what? I'm thinking that this has been fun. We're going to do this again. And thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. From the Bugs and Mosses of the world, to Suds, to Emily, to anyone who's just been here hanging out, and also to viewers like you. Whether you are here now, here later, here in the future, thank you for being here. So, yeah, we're just about at time. Let me see. Okay, Suds is going. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little raid. Where are we? Raid channel. Following. Okay. All right, well, again, thank you all for joining me, being here with me tonight. We're going to go ahead and start a raid over to Suds Lee. And if you all are ready to go, then we're going to go ahead and jump over. What I don't get is why it's got like, oh, and 654 whatever. Unless it's like the countdown to when you can actually raid. Looks all right, so the button's up here. We're gonna go ahead and jump over. I never have a raid message because I don't know what would be what's something that we could say. Oh, I didn't. You know what I didn't do? I didn't actually do the transition. I was looking at it the whole time. This is why I don't use studio mode, because then I forget to hit the transition button. And then that's all just kind of, I'm seeing it, but it's you're not seeing it. Yes, art. Finn, thank you all. Have a good one, and goodbye.